I want to teach you the exact 7 steps you must follow to get high-paying clients delivered to you every single day, so you can charge what you're worth, get high-paying clients consistently for greater income and greater impact, and also have that lifestyle-friendly business that you deserve so you can travel around the world and have more free time with your family. Now, you might be asking a simple question. Is this for me? Well, this is for coaches, consultants, experts, service businesses, speakers, and online marketers that want to get paid what they're worth with high-paying clients. And the 3 big questions and challenges that most coaches, speakers, and experts have is number 1, how do I stop chasing clients, and where do I actually find these high-paying clients? Number 2 is, I want to start charging what I'm worth, but how do I actually create these high-end programs and services that I can sell to my clients? And number 3 is, I know I want a simple marketing funnel that will bring me these clients, but how do I actually set it up? So if you're facing any of these problems and you're asking these questions, I get it, because most of us face this challenge. We know we have a gift, we know we have an expertise, but we're like, how come we're not getting paid what we're worth? We know at the end of the day, we want to stop trading time for dollars, we want to work with our ideal clients, but we don't have that system set up online, we're not earning a consistent stream of income, and we don't even know where to go find these clients at the end of the day. So I get it. If you're trading too much time for too little dollars, if you feel like at the end of the day you're exhausted and you're burnt out, and ultimately you started this business because you had a dream, you wanted a lifestyle, you wanted the income, and you wanted to make that impact, but you just don't have that time with your family, you just don't have that money to do the things you've always dreamed of, then you're in the right place, because these 7 steps are the exact steps that I use to bring in 1.34 coaching clients every single day in my business. They're the exact steps that I use to bring in a consistent stream of income every single month, bringing in 6 figures consistently. And they're also the exact steps I use to package and price my programs in a way to where I'm selling programs online between $2,000 and $200,000. So if you're curious right now, let's jump right into the 7 steps. And at any time, if you feel inspired, I want you to click the button down below, and I want you to book a free Get High Paying Clients coaching session. And the reason I'm offering up this coaching session for a limited time, and the reason I'm waiving the $497 application fee, is because I want you to get high-paying clients in your business, and I know what a challenge it can be sometimes to set up a marketing funnel that brings those clients to you. So on the phone, my coach is actually going to show you how to package your products and your programs and how to set up a simple marketing funnel that starts bringing in clients consistently. And also, the second reason I'm doing this is I'm looking for my next success story for my Dream Clients Delivered Mastermind. So we're going to be considering you to go deeper with us into our community so we can help you get high-paying clients consistently. So let's jump into step number 1 right now, which is all about creating your high-end program. Now, I get it. This can be a challenge because when you're creating a high-end program, sometimes you wonder, where do I start? And the biggest challenge is, how do I price my programs effectively so people will actually buy them? So there's 2 tiers to a high-end program. There's tier 1, which is programs and products that are priced anywhere between $1,000 and $8,000. And then there's tier 2, which is products and programs priced between $8,000 and $200,000. Now, I price this at $200,000 in terms of the highest price point because in my business, I actually enroll clients into one-on-one coaching programs that are $200,000, and I also take equity in their company when I consult with them one-on-one. So these 2 tiers are the key to building a profitable business and actually doubling and tripling your income. Now, you might be wondering a little bit about me and who is Ted McGrath. Well, at the end of the day, I'm somebody who wants to serve you in getting high-paying clients. But my journey of how I started was about 21 years old, I got in the insurance business, and I cracked 6 figures my first year in the business. And even at 21 years old, I was selling high-end programs, but unfortunately, the night I cracked 6 figures, I overdosed from drugs and alcohol, and I almost died. And my story and my message and my gift almost died inside of me. So I knew that I had a gift to give to the world, which is why I became a coach and a consultant. But when I started in the business, my high-end program was only $3,000. My one-on-one consulting at the time was $3,000. Today, it's $200,000. So what was the big struggle that I went through to create and package these high-end programs? Well, first and foremost, the big struggle was I didn't feel worthy of getting paid what it was that I was worth. And I didn't know how to price my programs. So here I was enrolling clients into $3,000 programs, and I had the phone attached to my ear, and I was trapped. I was stuck in my business. So eventually I was like, well, I'm gonna get my message out to more people, because we all wanna make an impact. We have a gift and we wanna reach millions of people, but we don't know how, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do seminars. And I started speaking, and I started traveling around the world, and eventually I got myself out in front of audiences of 400 or 500 people, and I was leading weekend seminars, and I was making 6 figures in a weekend at my seminars. But I realized there was a limitation there. I only had so much time in the day, and I didn't have my programs packaged effectively, and I wanted to break that 7-figure mark, but more importantly, I wanted to bring in a consistent stream of income so I wasn't stressed about money. So the first thing I did was I reevaluated my programs. And I'll never forget the day that I created 2 tiers of programs. One, I created my first tier program, which was a group program that I actually created for $8,000. And I was like, wow, this would be amazing if I could sell an $8,000 program. And I started selling them consistently, right, at my seminars and on the phone with people. But then I realized I ran out of clients. Like, I didn't know how to get more clients. I didn't know how to set up marketing funnels to go get them, and I was stuck. So what I did was I learned everything I could learn about online marketing, and I started to set up funnels. And I'll never forget the day that I got one of my first high-end clients online. It was like the most amazing thing in the world, because I was like, oh my God, I don't have to go do seminars anymore. I don't have to chase after clients at networking events. And I got that first client, I was like, I can actually do this thing. And I studied, and I took Facebook certification classes, and I took marketing classes, and I studied with some of the best people in the world. And today, I've now set up a high-paying client funnel that brings me in 1.34 coaching clients every single day in my business. Today, I make millions of dollars online because I actually have a simple marketing funnel set up online where I'm not going to do seminars anymore. I'm not chasing down clients at networking events. I'm literally traveling around the world. I just got back from Hawaii. I just got engaged, actually. I was in Japan. I got proposed in Japan, so I was in Hawaii and Japan. And my life has changed because I have a funnel set up online that brings these clients to me anywhere between $2,000 and $200,000. Yes, this is taking place over the phone. So how do you actually do this thing, right? Because how do you set up your program first? Because that's the first step. So I want to show you how to set up the program, and then we'll get down to the marketing systems of like how do you bring those clients in consistently, right? So back to what I was talking about in tier 1 and 2 here. The first thing you need to do is create your tier 1 program. Because you might be tired of chasing after clients, and you might be very underpaid right now. You might not be charging what you're worth. And I can think of so many examples of this, of clients that I've worked with that came to us and they participated in our Dream Clients Delivered Mastermind, and all of a sudden the first thing they did was change their pricing. We've had people who are in service businesses, coaches, consultants, still do, and these people come in and they're like, oh my God, I'm not getting paid what I'm worth, I'm not charging enough. So the first thing you need, if you don't have a tier 1 program that's priced effectively, that's the first thing that you need to do in your business, all right? And pricing and packaging is just perspective. When you think about a high-end program, the first thing you want to think about is, number one, what is the transformation worth to my actual customers? I know that when somebody comes into my programs and they double their pricing right away, that doubles their income over the course of the year. So essentially, it's worth them doubling their income. It's greater income for them, consistent stream of income, and ultimately a better lifestyle. So you always got to be thinking about the transformation. The other thing is, when somebody prices their programs effectively, they start getting paid what they're worth, and they realize that their gift is being valued. There's nothing worse than feeling like I'm undervalued and people don't appreciate my gift. So creating that tier 1 program that you sell out of the gates will set you up for success and will start getting you paid what you're worth. But the second step that you want to take in this realm of step number 1 is creating a tier 2 program. We found that when somebody experiences your tier 1 program, whether it's a one-on-one coaching program, a group coaching program, a done-for-you service, a live event, it could be any of those different types of programs. We found that when somebody creates a tier 1 program, it just gets their clients in the door. These might be like a weekend live event, it might be a 90-day coaching program. It's typically shorter type programs that have like shorter bursts of time that you put in to get your client a result. But then, why would you not go on to create a tier 2 program? A tier 2 program can double and triple the revenue because you're merely upselling your client from tier 1 to a tier 2. They experience tier 1, they're like, I like it. I want a tier 2 program, and then you upsell them to that, and then you make more money. So packaging these two things, a tier 1 and a tier 2, is one of the most intelligent things you can do for your business. Now I get it, right now you might be like, Ted, I don't even know where to begin with this on how to structure programs like this. Because I remember a client of mine, David Mailer, came to me, he's a chiropractor. And we get all kinds of people, chiropractors, security consultants, financial advisors, business consultants, life coaches, spiritual coaches, all kinds of experts. And he came to me and he was like, you know, I'm in a brick and mortar business. I've been doing this for 20 years. And when I looked at his packaging, he was charging clients $50 per hour. And while he was working with them in a group format, he was still only getting paid $50 per hour per client. And I said, whoa, we got to change the model a little bit here.
So it's been a 3-year journey with Ted, and man, I feel like I'm on a much higher point of the mountain and I have so much more perspective because I actually understand what a funnel is. I have a funnel up and running. I have a $37 product, a $97 product. We have free strategy session offers, and we even have a monthly membership. So I've started to slowly build a fine-tuned and finely oiled machine where in my sleep, literally, my business is making me money. And I didn't get in this for the money, but it's a pretty cool thing when the thing that you love, the thing that you're passionate about, and the thing that you've put out there that can really make a difference in other men's lives is actually generating you money in your sleep. Ted was somebody that just held a higher vision and held a higher space for me to step into a more greatness within myself. So my whole view on money now is totally expanded. I've totally embraced abundance consciousness. And my wife and I this year are easily on our way to making over $1 million, which is something that I just thought was for other people. I didn't think it was for us. And now it's like, my God, it's only a game. And Ted helps you really get out of your own way so that you can play this game at a whole new level. And why do you play any game? Is to win the game. Get off the fence, join our community, make that decision that you know is not only right for yourself, but it's right for your family, it's right for the people you haven't even met yet, it's right for your clients, because if you can't get out of your own way, how are you going to help your clients get out of their own way? This is something where you got to be all in, and when you go all in, the results that you can get are so incredible and beyond what you could even have conceived.
So the first thing we did was started to help him create his tier 1 program, which he sold for $5,000. So we went from a $50 service to a $5,000 program that he created. And he created this $5,000 program as a weekend retreat. So he took his brick and mortar business where he works on people, and he took it into a new environment, into a retreat setting. He started to target more of his ideal clients, and in his first weekend ever, he did $140,000 in sales, simply because we helped him package a tier 1 program to go after his ideal client, and then we helped him upsell them into a longer tier 2 program, which is a year-long program. All of this with one client. All of this by helping him create his high-end programs. What could you do in your business if you structured your programs effectively? So if you're listening right now and you're like, wow, I'm inspired by this, I know I need this in my business, click the button down below, book your free strategy session right now. We call it a Get High Paying Clients Delivered coaching session because as I go through the next few steps, I'm going to show you exactly how to get clients coming to you and get clients delivered into your business, okay? So let's get into step number 2. Step number 2 is about creating the right message. Part of what I'm getting to as I'm going through these steps with you is teaching you how to create a high-paying client funnel. The way you get clients delivered is by setting up a simple marketing funnel online that brings those clients to you. Today, David's doing that, where last month he made $60,000 in sales online with a simple marketing funnel that we helped him set up. But he wouldn't have been able to do that if he didn't have a high-end program to sell, and he wouldn't have been able to do that if he didn't communicate his message properly. One of the challenges that you might face when you go out to networking groups right now is when you communicate your message, it's not clear. And the biggest challenge you'll have in going online is if you don't have a message that's super clear out of the gates, then your clients won't know that you're communicating to them, and you'll lose them online and you won't be able to succeed. So having a message is so important, whether you're chasing high-end clients offline or whether you're getting them delivered to you online. Having that message that speaks to your clients is important. Now, I don't want you chasing clients anymore. I want you to set up a high-paying client funnel that brings them to you. But I'm taking you through the steps where if you just started implementing the first couple steps, you could succeed wildly offline, which most people aren't doing right now. But the game is to bring a consistent stream of clients every single day, which is what the high-paying client funnel is for, which we're going to get to in just a second. So your message is hugely important. Now I'm going to give you a tip right here. I help clients do this, or I help people do this so they can have or become that. See, one of the things that people forget in the message is what is the transformation that you're offering up to the world. They get focused in their industry, like David was, in just selling people stuff to heal their back pain. And so he delivers a chiropractic service that helps them with their back pain so their body can feel better. But at the end of the day, your service provides a transformation. Your service provides an outcome. Like for me, I could talk to you about just getting high-paying clients, but the reality is there's a greater transformation than that. When you have high-paying clients, guess what happens? 1, you start charging what you're worth. 2, you become more confident. 3, you're valuing yourself more. 4, you have more free time because you can work with less clients, make more money. 5, you can have more income so you can do things that you've always dreamed with. You can treat your family to vacations. There's so many benefits to getting high-paying clients, and because I sell the transformation well in the message, it's why I'm bringing in 1.34 coaching clients every single day. So message is also about transformation.
So I'll forever be grateful for Ted's business structure, his blueprint, his ability to help me increase in my own value around my gift and my genius. That is just, it's paid off immensely for me and for my family. It's definitely changed our life, it's changed our environment, and it's created a world that, it's a world that I always thought was possible, but I had doubts that I could get there. And Ted's really helped me get to that place, or to see a structure that could get me there. My first conference with Ted, I was able to do $240,000. And my second conference, I did over $400,000 in my second conference. And this year I will do over $1 million in gross revenue. And I have a business that's just a couple of people. So that's $1 million in real money. To move from a pastor that used to make, $60,000 to someone that's now has a business that's producing revenue of over $1 million. That's a game changer. So I can definitely say that Ted's influence in my life has definitely changed my game and changed the game that I play. And launched me, catapulted me into a whole new world.
Okay, so I want you to write this down right now. I help clients do this, or help people do this so they can have or become something. Like, I'm helping you get high-paying clients so you can have something. You can have a lifestyle. You can have greater income. You can have a greater impact in the world. You can have family vacations. I'm helping you do and become something. Does this make sense? So you're helping people do something so they can have and become something, and you want to get really clear on what that message is. All right? Now I'm going to jump into step number 3, which is really important and really critical to you succeeding online and getting these high-paying clients. And step number 3 is story. But before I get into story, if you're inspired right now and you're like, I know I need help with my high-end programs, and I know I need help with my message, first thing I want you to do is click the button down below. Go book this session. 1, I'm waiving the $497 fee. 2, you are applying to be considered for this. Now, we facilitate, we have over 80 people every single week applying to speak to a coach. And we'll consider about 14 of those people to 15 of those people to become our next success stories. So 1, if you do get approved, we're going to coach you, and we're going to teach you how to set up this high-end program, and we're going to teach you the strategy of how to set up a high-paying client funnel. But 2, if you want to go deeper with us, you may be able to become one of our next success stories in our Dream Clients Delivered Mastermind, and I want that for you. So click that button so you get one of the spots if you feel like this is something for you right now, and we will consider having this conversation with you. So let's get into story right now. Story is all about selling the transformation in advance. Storytelling is so powerful, and I shared with you a little bit about my story earlier on. Because story makes it, 1, relatable. Because I can tell you all about the problems I'm solving for you and the opportunity, but if I don't tell you a story about a real human being like myself or one of my clients, you don't see how this transformation actually applies to your life. So a message isn't enough. A message is simply communicating what it is that you do and communicating some outcomes to your clients. A story gets the client present to how this could actually change their life. And a great story puts people in the present tense. When I talked to you about my life experience and how I overdosed from drugs and alcohol, and then I realized that I had a story and a message that I wanted to share with the world and get paid for, I told you the story of my life. And as I was telling that story, you probably got a little bit more present to how this would apply to your situation. So while the message communicates the transformation, the story sells it. The story sells the transformation in advance. And somebody actually puts themselves in your situation, they see it through their own eyes as they see it through their eyes. As they see it through your eyes, they're going to see it through their own eyes. And all of a sudden, they're being sold on that bigger future. They're being sold on that transformation because it's real.
This obstacle that I've had to overcome was the challenge with my speech. I've had to stutter my entire life. So, I was in the 5th grade. I was in Mrs. Conier's 5th grade class. We're playing a game. It's called Who Stole the Cookie from the Cookie Jar? And it's a game to learn everyone's name. As it's getting closer and closer to me, I just feel just a wave of just uneasiness come over me, and my palms are starting to sweat a bit. Getting closer and closer to me, and it's who stole the cookie from the cookie jar? And it's my turn, and I go, and I can't say my name. And so I'm sitting there, I'm 5 years old, and I'm shaking, and I'm just starting to just profusely sweat, and I'm starting to hit myself, and I'm clapping, and I'm just doing everything that I can possibly to just say Alex. And I just remember the point where I just give up. And my eyes are closed, and I just hear a chuckle, and then another chuckle, and a giggle, and a laugh, and I open my eyes, and the whole room of my kindergarten class just bust out laughing. They're pointing at me, and I just feel shame. And so from that point forward, like it was always a struggle for me. And even with that growing up and going through middle school and high school, and like I've always known that I've had a gift to share. I've always known that I had a message and that I was meant to do big things and I was meant to impact the world. Ted's coaching, and his ability to see my full potential and to help me step into that person who he saw that I could become and who I was meant to be in the world was just, it's priceless. Like in my first year alone, I've been able to do 6 figures at my seminars. I do on average $10,000 per head at my events. I can't thank Ted enough. It has been an absolute amazing ride, and I will be on the ride with Ted for a very long time.
So having a story is really important if you're going to get high-end clients and attract those clients to you to where they really gel with you and they vibe with you. The 4th thing that you need is the piece that starts getting us to go online. So if you just took the first 3 steps and you applied them to your offline business, you could immeasurably improve what you're doing. We've had clients like David, before he ever went online, he started applying this to his offline business, and that's how he made $140,000 at his first weekend retreat ever, right? And he wasn't doing anything online at that point yet. But to build an intelligent business that brings in a consistent stream of income, you have to now start preparing to go online. And so the first thing I want to talk to you about in going online is creating an online presentation. So right now I'm presenting to you online through a video. Now my preference is video presentations that are about 10 to 15 minutes long that get your clients to book a free consultation with you. So I'm about to teach you what you need to do here in just a second. If you haven't booked your free consultation with us yet, go ahead and do that right now so that you can get on the phone with my coach, and my coach can coach you on how to get high-paying clients delivered to you. The way that we get high-paying clients delivered every single day in our business, and we get those 1.34 coaching clients signing up every single day, is because I'm really strong at presentations like this. So if you're watching this right now and you're like, wow, I would love to create a video presentation that inspires my clients to book free consultations, well, you got to know the structure of a great presentation. And I'll tell you what, this changes the game, but your messaging has to be awesome, your story has to be great, and you have to know how to communicate on video or communicate on webinars to succeed with this. All right? So, creating a high converting presentation that books free consultations is the next step. Now let me give you some pointers on what a great presentation is about. you have to be really clear on your topic, number one. And number two, you have to be really clear on who you're serving. Because to nail your messaging in a presentation, if you know who you're serving and who your ideal client is, then it's going to be very easy to communicate that topic and that message in the video presentation. If you don't know who you're serving and you're not crystal clear on what your topic is, you're going to be all over the place in your messaging. So those are 2 pointers right now for you to get really good at preparing for your online presentation. Now I get that this is a lot right now and you're kind of like, wow, like this is a lot of stuff for me to go out and succeed getting high-paying clients. Well, the first 3 steps will get you in the game, but you need to first package your high-end programs in Tier 1 and Tier 2. And a lot of times people need coaching on this, which is why I'm offering up the free consultation for you right now. But to go set it up online, you're going to need more deeper, more immersive type training, which is why we're looking for our next success stories that can join our Dream Clients Delivered Mastermind so we can show you how to set up the entire system. We have clients right now that couldn't even spell high-paying client funnels before. They couldn't even spell Facebook advertising before. And clients like David are now putting in $1 and getting $5 back within a 30-day period in his funnel. With us, in our best performing funnel last week, we're putting in $1 and getting approximately $5 back that week. So how are we doing these things? We're doing these because we're great at online presentations, but we're doing these because we've mastered setting up the high-paying client funnel that's actually going to bring clients to you to where now you're not chasing clients anymore, but you're getting on the phone with people that you select, you're getting on the phone with serious people, and then you're enrolling them in your high-end programs. Pretty simple, right? So you got to nail that online presentation, and if you join our Dream Clients Delivered Mastermind, which we'll talk to you about when you book your high-paying clients coaching session with us, if you join that program, we're going to show you how to set up the whole enchilada. So go book that session now if you haven't booked it yet, because it's going to change the game for you. Right? The next thing that I want to do for you right now is I want to teach you step number 5. And step number 5 is about setting up the high-paying client funnel. So step 5 is high-paying client funnel. Now, ideally, the goal is to start bringing in $10, $20, $30, $50, $100,000 a month and making millions with your message online. Somebody like David was a business owner making several $100,000 a year already, and we turbocharge his results. And we want people who are serious. We want people who want to make millions with their message. So if that's not you, then it's probably not the right fit for you. But let me give you an example of somebody who's making $0 with their message, who we helped create her Tier 1 program. Her name's Jeannie Letcher, and she was a spiritual coach making $0. And she was making $0 is because she didn't, have confidence in her voice. She didn't know how to structure her programs. And ultimately, at the end of the day, she didn't know how to enroll clients.
Before I met Ted and before I got into this business, I was spinning. I can't tell you, it's brought in focus. I now actually know what I'm doing, where I'm going. Each time I come to one of these events, these live events, I get more dialed in and more honed in, and I actually am building confidence in myself and valuing myself so much more. Before, I was a quiet little person who didn't have a voice, who hid, didn't value. I didn't think I had anything to offer the world, actually. And I found that through this program, through the wonderful people that are involved in this, and through Ted's guidance. It's been amazing, off the charts amazing. This experience to me means life. And it even brings up emotion, because I feel like if I did not step into this program, I would have died. I mean, I believe that my spirit would have died within me. This has given me the courage, the strength, the knowing to be able to step out and actually share this with the world. So it's very important to me.
So with Jeannie, we took her from making $0 to helping her package her first Tier 1 program, and she charged $7,777 for that Tier 1 program. Well, at the end of the day, in her first year, she made $77,000 in her business. And all she did was follow the first 3 steps. Pretty awesome, right? And because she followed the first 3 steps, she's now set up to now launch her online funnels and to launch this high-paying client funnel so she can move what she was doing successfully offline into an online business that brings in those clients, and she doesn't have to worry about chasing down clients ever again. And we call it the high-paying client funnel because there's a few things that you need to make this successful. Number one, the first thing that you need in setting up a high-paying client funnel is you need a free gift to give away. You'll notice when you came through my funnel, I gave you a free book. So you need something free to give away because the first thing you want is to collect email addresses. The second thing you want is you want to get people on your list who are going to buy your products and your programs. So when you're setting up this funnel, the way you bring them in is you bring them in through a free gift. And then the second thing is after they opt in for the free gift, the second thing that they're going to get is they're going to splash through to a video much like this that's offering up a free consultation. And the reason this works so well is because who doesn't want a free coaching session? I mean, when you sign up for our free coaching session down below, we're going to coach you. We're going to add massive value to you on helping you structure your high-end programs. We're going to add massive value to you on showing you exactly how our high-paying client funnel works so you can visualize how it would work for your business. So for you, you need a high-paying client funnel if you're going to ever have freedom, if you're ever going to have a great lifestyle, you got to have this. Is this making sense? So you need a free gift to give away, and you need a video presentation. And that's pretty much it to set up your funnel. So could you do this? The answer is yes, you could do this. So once you have the high-paying client funnel up, that brings up the next challenge that most people face, which is, how do I get people to actually watch my videos? How do I get people into the funnel, right? How do I get them into the funnel? And what we do is we use Facebook ads. So you might be thinking to yourself, well, Ted, I'm just getting started in this process. Like, I need to do steps 1 through 3, which is exactly why you need to book the coaching session right now, right? But for those of you serious who know eventually you want to go all the way, this is what we teach in our Dream Clients Delivered Mastermind, all of this, all 7 steps. And we have clients right now that couldn't even spell Facebook ads and are running Facebook ads online right now, are getting applications to where they can speak to clients on the phone and consider them for their coaching programs or their services. So running Facebook ads is something that we teach in our program. And the goal is to put $1 in and to get your money back, right? So even if you put $1 in and you made $1 back out of the gates, that would be really good because you would have acquired a customer. And then you can upsell that customer and you can make more and more money, right? Which is why you have a tier 1 and a tier 2 program. Even if you just sold your tier 1 programs and you made your $1 back, like, you'd have acquired a customer that then would buy tier 2 programs and you'd be really profitable. Now for us in our business, just last week, to give you precise information, last week we put in $1 and we made $4.27 back on one of our funnels. So putting in $1 and making $4.27 back in cash, not sales that is going to come in the future, $4.27 back in cash. The week before on our best performing funnel, we put in $1 and we made back $4.62 in cash. Pretty good, right? And one of the keys to creating a great Facebook ad is knowing what your high-end program is, knowing what your message is. A lot of times people get confused. They're like, I don't even know where to start. All a Facebook ad is, it's communicating your message. So if you get step number 2 nailed and you know what your message is, you're going to be able to create an ad. And you're going to get the coaching and the guidance of my team to actually help you create that ad. Does this make sense? And trust me, like, we've been helping our clients set up their ads and run their ads, and they have no experience doing this whatsoever. So if you're like, Ted, I've never done this before, it's okay. Or maybe you've set up ads before and they failed and they haven't worked, it's okay. We're going to show you how to make it successful, okay? And then finally, the final step here is step number 7. The purpose of this whole system, which is getting high-end clients, the vehicle to get it is setting up a high-paying client funnel. And so when you're setting up a high-paying client funnel, the end result is you want to get clients on the phone. So a lot of times people go online and they're like, "Whoa, I don't know how to create products. I don't know how to create sales videos. I don't know how to create any of that stuff." Well, we just want you to set up an ad, have a video presentation like this, and from the video presentation, inspire people to get on the phone with you or get on the phone with your sales team. Pretty simple, right? Well, you need a good enrollment system. And in our business, our top salesperson, I have sales coaches in my business, our top salesperson, when she gets on the phone, 1 in 2 people say yes to her. Our junior sales coaches, when they get on the phone, 1 in 3 people say yes to them. So we're getting 1 in 2 or 1 in 3 people to say yes because we have a great enrollment process with a 12-question framework that when people get on the phone, we are inspiring them to follow their vision, chase their dreams, and getting clear on their vision and their dreams. And then we're teaching them how to create their high-end programs, and we're teaching them how to dial in their message so they can get set up to go online. Does this make sense? So for you right now, you're gonna wanna have an enrollment system in your business that's really effective, so when you get those leads coming in, when you get people watching your videos and you get on that phone, you're gonna enroll them on the spot, and you're gonna put $1 in, and the goal is to get more than $1 out, to get $2 back, $3 back, $4 back. Now, I can't guarantee anything in your business, but this is what's happened in our business, and this is what we're doing for our clients, and we wanna do the same thing for you. So if you haven't clicked the button down below, I highly encourage you to do that right now. If you're kind of in this place right now where you're like, wow, all 7 steps, well, I don't expect you to implement all of this right now, but what I expect you to do is book that coaching session and let us help you create your high-end program. Let us help you start thinking through, what is this structure gonna look like? Is it gonna be a one-on-one program? Is it gonna be a group program? Is it gonna be an online program? Is it gonna be a done-for-you service? And how do you price that effectively so you can start getting paid what you're worth? And then we'll show you the exact blueprint for setting up your high-paying client funnel. And if you want to be our next success story and join us in our Dream Clients Delivered Mastermind, we will consider you for that opportunity as well. But the first step right now is to get out of your head right now thinking that this is a lot, because it is. That's why you need coaching. To get out of your head of thinking this can't work for me, because the alternative is to keep chasing clients. The alternative is to keep struggling. The alternative is to feel like you're being undervalued, underpaid, and not feeling like you're getting what you're worth. And the alternative is to stop spending time with your family, to know that you're trapped in your business and know that you don't have the income and the freedom to provide for your family, and know that you're stressed about money. I don't want that for you. So if you have any hesitation whatsoever, I'm waiving the $497 fee. And yes, we've charged $497 for this session many, many, many times before. I'm waiving it for you right now because I want to build this relationship with you. I want to add massive value on the coaching call, and my coach is going to show up and do that and serve you. So click that button down below, start getting high-paying clients delivered to you, and also set up a high-paying client funnel that can bring in those clients so you don't have to worry about chasing clients anymore. I'll see you soon. Click that button, book that session, and we'll serve you in our community. Talk to you soon.
A big part of my experience is my wife. She's my #1 mentor, my #1 person who ever inspired me to get going in the first place. Her deep passion is music. And all she ever wanted was a grand piano. And I thought to myself, man, you know what, if I marry you, I want to get you a piano. And at the time I was struggling financially. I couldn't make hardly any money.
He was dirt poor. He was so poor at that moment. And so I was like, yeah, okay, great, you know.
So I was like, give me 1 to 5 years and I should be able to get that piano. The year I met Ted, which was only about 9 months after we got married, it took me 11 more months and I got my wife her very first grand piano. That to me is worth living for. And I have to ask people I teach and people I train, and if you're listening to this video, why are you doing what you're doing? Because if you're not doing it for yourself, think of someone who you care about, who you could live for, and do it for them. Do it for something that matters to you. And for me, that was getting my wife a grand piano. It was one of the most beautiful days I remember her walking in and her face was so surprised and she was just bawling and she's like, I can't believe you got me in. And inside I was just like, this is life. This is what it's for, to create memories and help people live their dreams and their passions. So thank you, Ted. Thank you for helping us achieve that, helping me get my goal instead of taking 5 years, getting it in 1. That has meant all the world to me. And ask my wife, she loves playing her piano.